All right, folks, here's the deal. Picked up a reliable, safe family vehicle. This is actually going to be the car that my mom is going to drive. She needed a safe vehicle, reliable, fuel efficient, something that could haul the kids around, has plenty of additional airbags in case there was an accident. And what we found was a 2017 Volvo XC90. This is the T6 all-wheel drive version, and it's the inscription package. So you get stuff like the 21-inch wheels, a fully loaded leather, Napa leather, really nice interior, heated seats, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel. I love these cars. I've had several in my family, and there still are several of these model XC90s in my family. I'm a big fan. And when you're doing oil changes, you run into parts, might as well offer having this type of vehicle so it's easy to know if I have a problem, I can duplicate this over and over. So this is new to us. We're going to go ahead and do a full detail on this car, get it washed up. I'm going to do some paint correction. We'll apply ceramic coating to it. I'll show you some of the upgrades I do to the vehicle. We're going to do an interior detail. But first things first, we got to wash the exterior of this paint and get these wheels, rocker panels, everything cleaned up. The only thing I've done so far is a quick vacuum on the inside. I changed the fluids, and I have tar sitting on the lower rocker panels of the vehicle to start to let that saturate and get agitating against the road grind and the tar that slings up on the rocker panels. I've got a CR Spotless. I have an active pressure washer, and the hose reel combination is a Cox hose reel. I believe this, I'll link what the hose is. I forget what the actual hose is, but I have that receipt for that. The pressure washer wand, and then some of the cleaning products. If you guys are interested, you can certainly check out my description and grab some of those products so that you can maintain a vehicle like I do. Pretty particular about this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and rinse really good in the wheel wells. We're going to really wash the wheels super good. I'll probably rotate the tires when I take the wheels off. I'll ceramic coat the wheels. So I'm going to get to washing, and I'll bring you guys along with me. Alright, I figured I would mute this just to show you guys. I obviously have the tar eating away at all of the road grime around the perimeter of the vehicle. Just giving it its initial rinse because we have not washed this car or touched it. I could tell it definitely needed to be clay barred, but this needed to get out on the road and be available for my mom to drive. So I'm doing just a quick wash on this just to show you guys some of the care you can do to a vehicle. And it's really fun to do this to a new vehicle you get in your fleet. Again, doing a quick rinse down, so I'm just fast forwarding this section of the wash. Stay tuned as we get into a little bit more details on this detail. One thing I wanted to mention, when you are dealing with a vehicle that doesn't have a ceramic coating on it and you're going to prepare it for that, you can do an acid wash to it. I'm just going to do a nice decon wash to the vehicle. When you rinse the side of your vehicle and that water just sheets off, you don't get that hydrophobic effect. Some ceramic coatings really perform well that have that. That's what I like to do on these vehicles, because if you're going to maintain washing your vehicle, you want to make it easy to clean it. So that's the goal with this. We're going to go in that direction, try to get it prepared so we can have it in that stage where it's ready to start getting paint correction, and then get the ceramic coating put on. Okay, we've got our tar rinsed off the whole vehicle. I just wanted to get that initial film and layer of that gross stuff that's on the rocker panels rinsed off. We've got that pressure washed off. Now I'm going to go ahead and get it covered in some soap. Until I'm actually ready to perform the paint correction and ceramic coating, I'm going to go ahead and run Bathe Plus. Just give a couple pumps to your wash mitt, and you're going to get those hydrophobic effects, just like if the car was ceramic coated. fan of the Geon wheel cleaner. This stuff does a really tremendous job getting rid of the contaminants, the iron, the brake dust, road grime off of wheels. It does bleed purple because it does have an iron remover in it. Alright, here I'm using the Easy Detail brand. This is their big brush. This thing makes really light work of getting the barrel of your wheels cleaned when you are doing a car wash. So you can get in all the nooks and crannies, you can hit your calipers, you can hit the outside of your rotors. Super nice to be able to get into the barrel of your rim because it is so tough to get in there with the mitt, especially when you're working with such a deeper dish to the wheel. Very nice to have that. You can use several different types of wheel face brushes. This here I'm using just to agitate and get the wheel cleaner from Geon to get all that grime off the face of the wheel. Tough to tell with the shot here, but it's bleeding purple. It applies like a white foam and then it bleeds off and it looks like $1,000,000 when it's all done. Another product I cannot live without is Geon Tire Cleaner. This stuff takes a tire that looks like it's clean and it really gets in to the sidewall. And when you start scrubbing it with this brush, I will recommend this brush. It's from Detail Factory. You can see immediately you've agitated that tire, that rubber sidewall, and it turns brown. You really strip all the contaminants out of the tire, making it so that you can have that clean, fresh look like it's a brand new tire, or you're preparing that surface to put on whatever type of tire dressing you want. Makes a big difference in having that car look as clean as possible and keeping up on your maintenance of a clean vehicle. Here we can rinse it off and look at how good and how satisfying it is to get rid of all that debris and gross stuff. So that's what I do when I'm doing a detail on a set of wheels. Obviously I'm going to remove these wheels. I'm going to have to put prep on them, which removes all the oil and grease. You can get them completely cleaned up, and then that's when you would apply your actual ceramic coating. They are an aluminum alloy wheel, but it does have like a coating on top of it, so I'm not polishing them. I'm not taking them any further than just a nice clean detail. When the wheels are off, you can get the barrel of the wheel. We're just doing an initial base cleaning on this car because it's fresh to us. We want to get it nice and clean, and then we can start to enjoy it. Okay, we got the car cleaned up, and while I'm getting carried away with this wash job, I'm going to go ahead and use a drying aid. I've got a super nice plush drying towel. We're going to mist a little bit of the drying aid on the vehicle. I might do a little bit on the towel as well just to get that coating on there real good. There's several drying aids you guys can choose. I really like to use the drying aid that I really like to use. What is it called? I believe it's called Bead Maker. Obsessed Garage has a version. It's called just Drying Aid that he has. Now I can see there's definitely heavy staining and water spots on this paint. This car is going to definitely benefit really well from having a mechanical polish where you can cut through those water spots, get this thing shining really good, get that really big high gloss reflection. This car has metallics in it, it's dark blue, but you will really see it pop when you're able to cut through the cloudiness that is in this clear coat just from years of neglect and not really maintaining it properly. This drying towel is called the Gauntlet. It is very nice. You could cover 2 full-size vehicles with this drying towel and still have the ability to dry. We are following up this wash with a little vacuum interior detail. I like to use my vacuum aid in the garage and in my shop to get all of the excess grime out of the vehicles. And then I go over the interior, spraying it down with Interior Detailer by Geon, another Geon product that I'm in love with. This carpet cleaned up to look like $1,000,000. The car looks like brand new on the inside. I'm so pleased.